Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Scrap Metal Recycling Simulator, where in the previous episode we bought up all of the boat hulls in and around the Bay Area here and then decided to start building a prison with it, which is nice. We also managed to get the start of a cell block done, the shower on the left hand side, our power block, the canteen and kitchen exist in building form, but they don't actually they're not actually a building, but with a fully furnished things inside, but you get the idea. In this episode we want to crack on and focus on the grants on the left hand side, so cell block A, inmate health and well-being, and obviously the long-term investment. So let's go ahead and go to bureaucracy, and I'm going to get groundskeeping, cleaning, and I also want to get tax relief. No. Dogs we do want to get, but we don't need it now. And surveillance we do technically still need to get, although we can't use, or rather we don't need to use the CCTV cameras and monitors. The surveillance unlocks the phone tap system, which is why we might need that. Okay, let us focus on this problematic area here. I know one of the grants that we can get is going to be the, where is it? It is Staff Wellbeing Initiative. We need a staff room. This is said staff room, but it's outside, and we need to place the foundations. The problem with that is, completely honestly, this has crashed twice on me now, trying to build it, because I need to build the foundations along like so, and then up here. And I've recorded this twice now, and every time I've tried it, it's broken. So let's just see. Well, obviously, if you're watching and listening to this, it's worked, because I haven't had to start the episode again. Also, apologies if I keep repeating myself. Oh, good grief. Because, as I said, I don't know how much I've mentioned in previous episode or lost due to the reloading, but we've lost a lot of internal wall. Not that the wall that we had was any good, but at least, you know, we had some wall. So let's just place all of this in like so. Luckily, it is actually a very, very easy task, which is simply that, and that will now all function. So that is our area around here done. This obviously is going to be the staff room, so we will designate it as such. So staff room will go there. Inside the staff room we require a wide sofa or a wooden stool and a drinks machine. The drinks machines I'm going to put at the top here because quite frankly they're just the best looking when they're up there. And the sofa wide I'll place on the left hand side like so, and that is like, you know, a grant technically done. So, well, eventually it will be done. We probably also need a door on that, so I will focus on that now. Staff door, there we are. Okay, that is good, and the wall hasn't gone far enough. Now it has gone far enough. Excellent. Okay, we are going to go over to quick build and cloning. We have 52,000 generic units of currency, so more than enough to build the remainder of this cell block. Not that I think I will build... Do I... Oh, cancel. Oh no. Cancel the whole thing. Do I want to build the whole thing? I think I do. I think I do want to build the whole thing. I mean, there's no point in building up to about halfway and then just giving up on it. Because it'll all come in handy anyway. You know, because that's where prisoners are. And then it's just leave it like that. Okay, good. In terms of... Again, apologies if I've mentioned this in the previous episode. The way people get in, we've currently got this supply boat and the boat dock. I'm tempted to place a boat dock, say up here, and this be the entrance for all of the deliveries and garbage and exports, and this one be just for prisoners. I'm tempted to do that, because we can have an entrance there, and then they don't have to, you know, go anywhere else. I think that's a good idea. Secondly, I don't know whether it's a good idea to have an area specifically designed now for transferring to a different island. I don't think it is, because we don't know where the other island when we expand is going to be situated. So we could be setting ourselves up for a big fall there. We'll have to see how we get on with that one. I'm just going to run some electrical cable in there to power this one up. That's fine. So our... Cell block A, raise prisoner capacity to 15. That is on the go and will be done shortly. It is raining and it's 16 degrees C. There's a nice 20 grand advance payment there. Yes, I haven't yet got any heating in. We will have to have that eventually. There is no staff needs on, so the staff don't care that it's cold. I know there's been some discussion on when we should have that. There's another grant done. I think it's a good idea. But do I want to turn it on at this stage? It's possible. It's possible. I'm going to go with prison maintenance, which requires a gardener and 2 janitors and everything else unlocked. I've already unlocked the other stuff, so there's another grant done. And cell block B. And after all the building and all the people we've hired, we've still got 81 grand. Hooray! Let's go over to bureaucracy then. Get tax relief. Get a bit more money long term. It's only 10 grand. Surveillance and dogs on the go. And remote access. And armory. And education. We're not going to pick anything else up for now. But what I do want to do is plan. So this area here, I want to have like an area that's for, say, like a toilet. So something along the lines of maybe that. And each one of these little cubicles will be a toilet. So it means that if the prisoners want to use the toilet, they can, without having to worry about leaving here and going back to their cells. I think I'll have those as toilets, and this is like sinks and that sort of thing, and maybe open that up a bit bigger. Because we can't have doors on these, sadly. We can't have doors on these cubicles. It's just not how it works. Anyway, that's that bit. Let us work out then where our serving tables are going to be. 24 there can't do it. So what we'll do is we'll have 5, 5, 5, and then 5. And in between we'll probably have bins. From this area then, our standard 4x3 layout is probably not needed. That's a bit better. Like that. So 4, 8, 16. Hang on. 4, 8, yeah. 16, 32, 40. So, and each one of these holds 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 21. Ah, so 8, 16, 32. So we just need those 4. That's fine then. Yeah. I think that's right. I think that's actually sufficient size. Is that right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. 4 rows of that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 21. Okay, I think that's about right. If it's not, I'll burn the whole prison down. So, unpause that. Let us crack on. We need to put in a storage area, which is already too big. I know it's too big. I might alter it, get more security stuff in here. That's actually a really good idea. Let's redesign this for the 3rd time in the series, and it's only episode 3. Let's go ahead and have that come down along to there. We'll have this. This is our main entrance. Hang on. It's going to come down 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to there. No, there was a reason it was that size in the first place, because it means it's in the centre. It doesn't mean, however, that we can alter the back bit and have it so we have that as a room, that as a room. So that's at the back, staff only, staff only. This is visitor. This is visitor here. Which actually should be that size. No, sorry, it shouldn't be that size. No. But it should be single door there. And a single door there. I don't know why I've got it double corridored. Means we can expand that to there. Which means expanding that to there. No, it doesn't mean expanding that to there. It means we are going to, because then it's the right size. This can come down to there. And there's really no point in it like that, because this has to be 4. Which means focusing on doing stuff that we really don't need to do, but I still am, because at least that's now the right size. Cool. Job done. And then this is going to be like a big jail door. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so the canteen. Let us not finish it, certainly not. But at least get what we need in for now. And we'll unpause it and let them crack on with that. Serving table. 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by bins. In between them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is technically all correct. Kitchen's all in and working. If we go over to our logistics and temperature, nice and warm. Freezing, but they don't really care at the moment. Do I want to do that? Extras, map settings. We can put on... We can enable gangs, and we can toggle fog of war, and we can enable staff needs. If I turn on staff needs, we can't turn it off. It is something you cannot toggle. So my question to you, do you want to do staff needs? It seems to fit the design of the facility. But I hate it. What it'll mean, it won't mean much alteration. It means extending this up here, putting in a little canteen for the staff. That's all it really means. What we'll probably do is have this as a staff canteen, this is a staff room, and leave it like that. Let me know in the comments what you would like to do. I'll also put a poll up on Twitter and stuff to see what happens there. Anyway, waiting for funds for long-term investment. Cell block B, 42%. Inmate health and well-being. Let's focus on that. So, we have the buildings down here. They have many purposes. This is going to be visitation. Don't know if it's going to extend to this side. Also don't know whether it's going to be the booth visitation or not. I haven't yet decided. I'll tell you what, we may decide it. Oh, it's not the right size. Okay, might change that then. So it would have to be across like that. I don't know yet for this one. It's almost certainly going to be the boothed one. But we'll see. So other buildings then. We need a infirmary. And we need a morgue. So where are we going to place both of those things? I think it needs to be centralised as best as possible. Already, that's ruling out anywhere up here or here. But that's the only place we can put it, I hear you cry. Correct. And yet not. Could put it here. This was originally our security area. There's no reason why it has to be a security area. We could have an entrance like that. And we can have beds. Well, entrance there perhaps. And then beds along here, like that. That across there to a morgue in the back here. That's not really central, but it's going to be as central as we're going to get, isn't it? The other option, and it's probably the option I'm going to take, is put it around here. Have an entrance, say, there. Objects, beds along there. Beds along there. And you don't actually need a morgue. Is that enough for 80 prisoners? I think it would be beneficial to increase it a little bit. Like that. I think that would be something that we would benefit from. I'm tempted to put that in there and have a morgue and have the slabs across there just for the sake of design. Yes, we're going to do that. Okay. Settle on design. If it doesn't work out, we can always shift it. Very, very few things in this game are permanent. In terms of doors, it really doesn't matter. Things are going to get nicked anyway, so I'll just put a standard door in it. We will put a staff door on the back there. It's very tempting to actually make this building the only one with nice walls. It's a shame you can't change the walls on either side. So, obviously rusty, it's rusty on all sides, whereas it would be nice if you place... I think... I could be getting this wrong, but I think Academia... I think when you place stuff in there, whatever you place internally, it changes the walls. It would be nice if something like that could happen, but... You know, this is all aesthetics. It matters not. Rusty wall either side there. We will go for morgue, infirmary, and medical beds. Just a couple for now. Zooming into the morgue here. Trying to get that. It's really not. It's really not altering that. Morgue slabs across there. And I think that rusty wall along to there. And we'll probably put a metal detector in. Hire at least 2 doctors. 1, 2. I could fire them, and we may save some money in the short term, but it's so close, I really don't know. We have now another option. Visitation Rights. Security Procedure Certification. Prison acclimatization, we'll do that later on. That does mean, it does say laundry, which we haven't yet got. I think then we'll go for visitation rights. Because you can see, there's just a big gap that we haven't built anything there. We just don't have any of that stuff. It's going to come along and round and just go inside here to power up these buildings. Naturally, a lot of this stuff can be split off to different grids and stuff as we need to move them. Water is still a problem, so I'm going to connect all this up. It doesn't require hot water, but we'll get all of the basic buildings in. I think this is the tentative plan. Get all of the basic buildings in. Everything to make sure that this place is fit for habitation. Let's do that by buying some more walls, actually. Like that. And it's actually across there. Technically it's across there, isn't it? Yeah. All this is fence. That is all... Do I want to open this up? And that'll be the way to the dock. I think I do. I think that would benefit longer term if I didn't do that and potentially plan on having a dock here, because there's a lot of space for it. I would probably end up regretting that. So we'll do that for now. It's going to go across like that, but this will be a separate building. But yeah, that's all going to be fence. That is going to be wall. And that is fence. And that is fence. That is fence. And that is fence there. So we're putting the double skin in now while we have the time. This one will be internal, all of this. But I'll do that at a later date when we put the security stuff in. For now, I will simply put a large jail door over it. So what we'll do, we will get a couple more things in for the prisoners. All of the basics in. We've got this pretty much sorted, kitchen pretty much sorted. Just a couple of things extra to add. Need to put the plumbing in. And then just before we get the prisoners, we'll have to do a safety pass to make sure everything is secure behind walls and doors and all that sort of thing and set up correctly. And we'll also have to do a heating pass where everything is, you know, sorted for temperature, because at the moment, if we see temperature, the only warm place is in here where the power block is, which makes sense. Also, temperature, if we turn that on, and like I say, let us know in the comments whether you want that or not. If we turn that on, it means we have to deal with that with staff as well. So it's an added thing. I'm totally on the fence about it. I don't really want to turn it on because it's more to deal with, but at the same time it fits the, it fits what we're trying to do here. So let us know. Also, room quality, do I really want to check that out? Oh, good grief. It is grade 0. Grade 0 and grade 3 because it's quite large actually. We probably will put a running track in that. Running track of 12 squares because why not? What else was I going to do? I was going to pause it for a moment, check out grants. Security procedure certification. Hire 10 guards and assign them patrol routes. We can do that. Let's go to deployment first. All that staff only. Looks like that can be set staff only, which is good. And that, and yeah, that's all now pretty good on the outside there. Do I want to put the barbed wire in? I think I do. 200 a piece. So that little section there is going to be over $1,000. And then I've got all this to do. Wow. Okay. I've got 87. There we go. Luckily, I'm only putting on the internal barbed wire. The internal fencing rather than the external. Because the external would be about 3 times that, if not more. So that's why I'm not doing that. We do need the reception, but it means building all of this. Not that that's a problem, you understand. Actually, 66 grand, it might be a problem. And for some reason, see that? It doesn't like building 2. You have to build 3. Which means I'm going to have to do that. Which means it's going to break loads of stuff. Someone's going to have to fix it, and it's going to be me, so I might as well just crack on with it and, live with the consequences, eh? And, oh, good grief. So, can I build that? Yes, I can. Can I build this? Yes, I can. And that. Oh, I have a feeling this game's going to crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Abort the whole mission. I'm aborting the whole mission. I'm saving it first. 1 second. Okay, we've saved it up because, quite frankly, there's no way I want to redo half of this prison again. Again. Because I've already done it. Again. So, across here. God, I remember when we did... Ooh, it must have been 5+ years ago now. We did a series where it was making a Christmas tree. It was from a Christmas episode. And we had to use that dot matrix approach, like, little bit there, bit there, bit there, bit there, and we built it, and it actually worked, which everybody was surprised with, until people actually had to pathfind around it, and we realised that it just killed it completely, and it was unplayable. Yeah, things have been massively improved since then. Anyways, this is working. They are placing all of the foundations, and naturally it's going to destroy almost every single wall that we've placed in here, but there's nothing much I can really do about that. In terms of weather, it is inclement to say the least. Autumn, current weather is rain, 1 degree C. See the day there? Day 17, and we still haven't got prisoners. It's actually been a lot slower to build than previous series. For no... I guess, well, there is a real reason. The reason being that it's a difficult build. We are fighting a lot of the... I wouldn't say fighting the new systems, but we are obviously using the new systems. Visitor door can go there. And all this is now in, so that's fine. I'm going to place a staff door up here. Well, in here for now. But... I think that this storage room, if we do turn on the... Let me focus that. I think that this storage room will be changed to be probably like a staff area, like a staff canteen, if we decide to go down that route. And this at the back doesn't have to be a staff door. I think it's going to be a jail door because, well, that's going to be a large jail door. Already got a large jail door in there. And this one probably going to be... A solitary door is actually the most secure. So we're going to place a solitary door there because this is obviously going to be all of our security rooms and such. Okay. Bit of lighting to place. There we go, that's a bit better. And I think we will leave it there. So we've managed to get a fair bit done. A lot of it really fidgety and problematic and difficult. But we've got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of grants done, a lot of groundwork laid to get prisoners, and lots of barbed wire. There you go. So in the subsequent episodes, certainly in the next episode, the plan would be to get the rest of it fit for habitation. So we're talking about increasing the kitchen, maybe turning on their staff needs, and then doing probably a heat and weather pass to make sure we've got all of these things. Why is that not working? That says infirmary, that's why. Morgue. Working now. So yeah, doing all of those things and then getting prisoners probably the episode or two after that. Naturally, there's so much stuff we've got missing. No visitation, no common room, all of that. So we'll have to think about doing something like that. And also think about perhaps having another boat dock in. That'll be about, let's say, for the arrival of prisoners down here, but deliveries up the top there. So we'll see, as always, how we get on. Either way, comments in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed this episode and the series thus far. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.